Greetings, audience. Welcome to the Blaster build stream. We're gonna attempt to build a Gecko. We'll see how it goes, knowing my luck with building blasters. But I should have everything I need, except for there's one last part that's being printed right now that should be done in like 15-20 minutes. So welcome. If there's any video audio issues, please let me know. Everything looks good on my end, but obviously I'm not on the other side of this, so let me know if we run across any issues, and I'll try to keep an eye out. I have a nice setup now to where I can still see the chat and the instructions at the same time, which is nice. I think I'm getting more and more prepared every time. Also, Adrian, the creator of the Gecko, Adrian, is in the chat as well. And just so you know, Adrian, there's usually a 20-second delay between when I say something and you guys hear it. So if you're yelling at me that I'm doing something wrong, I'll hear it in about like, I'll see it like 20 seconds later. So, but firstly, might as well get everything set up that I'm going to need. I'm just grabbing all the parts that are going to need the brass inserts. I've actually cleaned all the parts up this time. As long as I don't need to do further cleaning, all the parts should be ready to go. We will see where we go from there. But I believe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what part am I missing? Oh, right. Yeah. The rear housing of the back half of this piece is still printing. I almost forgot about it. Luckily, I realized it about 45 minutes ago, so it should be done in like 20 minutes. Okay. How about if I actually put everything on screen? Things over here for now. So I'm going to make sure everything is taken care of. Alright, so I got all my brass inserts over here. I thought I was going to have to use the cheap ones that I had, but these ones are a lot nicer, so which will be nice. So welcome. So unless I'm mistaken, they go in that section. Okay, so let's get this party started, shall we? Let me start by plugging in my soldering iron. This is actually my first time using brass inserts. I've never actually had to use them before. So this will be interesting to see how it goes. Never really been a fan of them in the past, but it's always nice to learn new things, you know? Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying, Adrian. When Adrian and I were talking earlier, I had these cheap ones over here, which are a lot smaller, whereas these ones over here have a little bit more, or they're a little wider, so you actually have a little bit more to play with. If you did, ooh, that's a good question. Okay. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Adrian, because that's made me realize. All right, so like, because yeah, this is all printed in PETG, so I got to make sure it's actually hot enough. So I have it set around 230, which is, well, technically mine's a little bit under 230. We'll set it there and see where we go from there. For right now, I'm just going to get them all. While my soldering iron is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and set all these pieces in. Because of that extra space I have, I can kind of just set them into place. Make sure I am still on screen. It should be. I usually try to set it up to where this is the middle of the screen, which is the case. Good. Alright. Yeah, see, with these pieces, I can actually partially press them into place. Although I will say this, now that I've started using PETG, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go back, at least for personal projects anyway. I'm not going to be able to go back to PLA. PETG is just so nice. So other than price and your machine being able to do it, what's the reason to use PLA over PETG? I'm genuinely curious about that one. Now these holes are a little messy. I got a little bit of filament in there that I wasn't able to clear out, so hopefully that's not too much of a problem, but we will see. Okay, so I gotta put one on both sides. Okay, interesting. Come back here. Runaway brass insert. The Hummingbird is one that I've been wanting to build for a while. I just haven't done anything with solenoids, which I really just need to do. I need to actually build a blaster that uses solenoids because I've heard really good things about the Hummingbird. Yeah, these all just slide nicely into place. That's nice. I like that. It's very convenient. Yeah, I will do my best not to burn myself. I make no promises. I am slightly accident prone, so we will see. So if I'm doing stuff off camera, also let me know. My camera is currently covered up by the instructions that I'm using. Like I said, I'm trying to keep everything on camera because right here is the middle. And I guarantee you I will probably burn myself at some point on stream, just knowing me. Yeah, these I cleaned up these pretty good, so these are both. Just gotta make sure they go into the go in straight. No, I immediately take back what I said. Apparently I didn't clean it up well enough. Okay, yeah, this is a tiny bit of filament all the way in the very back. Oh, there it is. So I could not find that brass insert at first. Still, like, this one's, I feel like it's going to be a pain about getting it to go in straight. The main thing will be going slow to make sure that they actually are... Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that because I was totally going to try to make sure they went in straight. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Pretty sure I had the right side of this. Alright. Alright. All the brass inserts are in place. This is how you burn the whole house down. Just need a little bit more leverage on that wire. So should it be flush with the top layer, I'm assuming, of the filament? That went really easily. Like just taking your time and just letting it sink in. Make sure it's not going in too far. Okay, yeah, that's ridiculously easy. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's what I had a feeling it was going to be flush because I don't want to go in too far and have it get in the way because I have a feeling that getting these pieces out might be a bit of a pain. So I'd rather have them be sticking out a little too much than have them be in too far because I can always adjust that later. Except for maybe this piece here, which I think might have to be flush. So these might have to be a little bit more aware of. It's really fascinating just watching it go in. Just watching it sink into the filament. It's very therapeutic, honestly. Nice. This is nice. This is yeah, very, very therapeutic. Go. So that's that one done. Let's do this one next. That's true. That's a good point. I could always just use a longer screw. That's fair. Well, I'm not sure if anyone's noticed, but I'm in a different spot now. I've moved my office space to a different room of the house, so I'm no longer sharing space with the kitchen and the printer and the washing machine. So there should be a lot less background noise than there usually is. So that should be nice. A nice change for everyone. Yeah, like I could do this all day. this this is nice. I can see why people design using brass inserts now. It's real nice. It's just so easy. This is ridiculously easy. I don't know what I was so worried about. So another question for you, Adrian. For the spring spacers, the one thing what's the performance gain on using the spring spacer for it? There we go. Oh, you haven't tested it without the spacer. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Right, that should be all the brass inserts for now. Okay. Actually, you know what? Real quick, I'm going to go check my printer real quick. See if it's done. I don't think it's quite done yet, but it might be. I'll be right back. official time on that last piece is 32 minutes, but we will move on without it. So I'll unplug this for now and put it somewhere safe. Alright. I'm messaging CR Nerf. He has an important announcement to make, apparently. Alright. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream. We are now going on to page 2. So the only piece, like I said, I don't have is that back section of the words. Catch housing, that's the word. At the front, just not the back. So that's the part that's printing right now. So the back half that you see on the instructions, I can't really do anything with until it's finished. But I can do everything else. Oh, okay. You know, I'm going to have to reprint something else as well. Not something important. I just didn't realize what these pieces were for. These little teeny tiny nubs that go in the sight. I didn't realize what they were for. They're these pieces. But the whole point is that you're supposed to make them a different color, so they show up nicely on your sights. However, my sights are orange, and I printed these in orange. So, yeah, so we're not, it'd be kind of pointless, I think. At least I think that's what they're for. Adrian can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're for. They're just supposed to be a different color. Hey! CR Nerf has made it to the party. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, now I'm going to start with this. So I need an O-ring for the turnaround. Okay, easy enough. Plunger tube. All the pieces for that. So this is the spring spacer I was talking to Adrian about. Whew, jeez. Just throw the parts around, that's fine. Alright. And then I need... Oh, that's right, that's where... These. Now, it doesn't tell me how long the screw is, but I should be able to find it just fine. That's too long. So you're going to see me guessing a lot with screw lengths. Alright, this one should be right. I need an Allen wrench though for this. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Putting actual glow sights in there, that would be cool. I'll leave that out because I'm going to need that later. Well, I'm going to need that throughout it. Hey, Dr. Flux, welcome to the party. Alright, so then... Oh, need an O-ring for the bolt. Now, these are thicker O-rings than I'm used to. At least they seem thicker than I'm used to. Spring. And I did get the 12 kilogram spring. Yeah, I believe this is the 12 kilogram retaliator spring, which is what CR Nerf was telling me to use. And what you guys didn't already see me do, just because I did beforehand, I cut down a piece of caliburn padding to go on the front here because it needed padding. Is the best thing I had for it. So. Yeah, and I can always change the colors, install them later. All right, so that's put together. I need pusher. Head and little O-ring. This is very interesting. So I shouldn't need a long one for this one. Yeah, it should be fine. So I'm kind of just grabbing from a grab bag of screws. They're all the right size. It's just finding the right length. But so far, I mean, from what I've been looking at the instructions, it doesn't seem like it'd be that difficult. That's not a bad idea, actually. Let me undo this screw. Is my glue up here? My glue might still be downstairs. I think it might be. Yeah, so I'll probably take it apart later and do that. But yeah, I'm all for adding. Yeah, because there's a little gap there, which will probably cause a little bit of a problem. I don't think it'd be that bad though. But yeah, so overall, yeah, I agree. Adding a little bit of glue on the bottom there would probably be real nice. So I think that's everything on this page, except for the housing. Oh, what I should do is I already marked it. I need 40 millimeters of 17/32 brass, which is what I have here. So I might as well cut that now. Currently, the only thing I have to cut it with is a Dremel, so I might cut a little big and then do a cleaner cut on the end for well, cut larger, and then after making the larger cut it smaller where I can actually clean it up a little bit. I mean, whatever works really. It's not like it's that hard to screw onto the front anyway. So I am going to, though, mute myself because this is going to be loud. And I need safety glasses before I do that, because that would be a terrible idea to do that without safety glasses. Ah, they're there. Oh. Yeah. Any kind of drilling, cutting, any of that, make sure you have safety glasses, because that's how you lose an eye. So let me mute. No, that's not it. Whew, the brass was getting hot. But now I'm covered in brass shavings, so that's fun too. Whew. So now I just gotta do a little bit of cleanup. That's where this tool comes in handy, the deburr, cleaning it up nicely. Now it's not a perfectly straight cut, unfortunately. And my cut was slightly off, but hopefully that's not too much of a problem. If it is, I always have more 17/32 brass. I hate brass dust. It's like dealing with, anybody ever had to deal with insulation? That's what it reminds me of. Any time I had to help deal with insulation, that stuff was just a nightmare. Made you all kinds of itchy. Okay, but I've got that. Should be going right there for now. Alright, so while we continue to wait for that piece to be done printing. Of course, very first thing I need is a piece that's not printed yet. Of course. But I do have... Okay, yeah, this is where that pin you were telling me about. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so this is the slide lock. I do have to clean that out, though. Which is not hard, though. Now, my pins are a little bit thicker. This is another one of Adrian's things where it's like he uses nails for a lot of little things. Hopefully this isn't too thin. I don't think it is, though. It seems I have some of these pegs left over from Caliburns and Spring Thunders, and they get used a lot in different projects. So it fits in that one. Let's see, does it fit? Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, it's actually the perfect size. These little pins are actually like the perfect size for that. So if you don't have the right size nail handy, these work just as well. It's a nice little feature. Ooh, too far. There we go. So yeah, so now. Yep, that's right. That's true. I could build the mag. Whoop, too far. Okay, so the mag instructions aren't here. Aren't in the collection that you sent me, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out how it's supposed to go. I've built 3D printed mags before. Now, the only downside is I know you updated the pusher. Okay, the shorter one's the one I'm supposed to be using, right? Because I forgot which one was the new one, which one was the old one, because I have both of them here. So I think it's the short one, though. Alright, so am I supposed to be using... These go... Oh, new one's the taller one. Okay. I couldn't remember. That's right, you said it was too short. That's right, I remember now. So where... That just takes... Oh, no, inserts. M3 16 mil. That would be these ones. Okay. Easy enough. So 3 16 millimeter M3 bolts in the base. Okay. That's not bad. It isn't. It's even nice because you have these little slots here that they connect to. Also make sure it's actually in the right way. I should probably put the spring in first, huh? Dab of glue near the top to hold the upper part of the mag wheel together. Okay. I'll have to grab my glue then. Which is... Okay, well, I'll go downstairs, check on the part, grab some glue while I'm down there. Okay, well, part still has about 15 minutes left, but I have glue. Glue near the top to hold the upper part of the mag together. Okay, so just a dab. A little bit. Might as well add one to the pusher as well since I'm waiting. Yay, Jesse! Welcome to the party. Whew. Fingers work. I don't know what it is. Like, my fingers have a hard enough time with regular screwdrivers that Allen keys are just like, nope, your fingers don't work anymore. What am I doing? I need to add the, I'm assuming I need to add the, wait, is that backwards? That is backwards. Aha! I was doing it wrong. Screw. Wait, do I have to take it apart? Put the, I think I might need to put that in first and the follower, then put it together. Let's hope I did it right. So you gotta fold this back in. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Back this screw out so I can actually put it in the right position. It's actually a pretty intuitive mag, I will say that. I usually don't like 3D printed mags, but this one's not too bad. Now it requires more hardware than other printed mags, but I'm okay with that if it makes them a little bit more sturdy. So how's everyone's weekend been? Wait. Yep, I still did it again. I'm still putting it on backwards, in case you're wondering. I'm still doing it wrong. But it's okay. At this point, I'm just killing time until that piece is done. But honestly, so far, this has been easy. This has been an easy build. Now, I haven't gotten to the spring or the catch or the mag lock portion yet, so I haven't gotten to any of that part. But like so far, it's I feel pretty confident in this build. That's one. You did 20-year-old crap in a 40-year-old body. You know, Jesse, you gotta stop doing that. That's how you end up killing yourself, you know that? Did you go sledding again? Didn't that almost kill you last time? That's not bad. So this might need a little bit more glue on it. Either that or I gotta hold it in place for a bit. There we go. Just clamp that in place for now. dab of glue to the pusher. Since I've got the time. As soon as I don't need to clamp this because the head will just hold it in place. I gotta print my zinc too. I was waiting for the parts to update. The parts have been updated now, so now I can go ahead and print them out and actually hopefully get it together now that more people are actually getting theirs together. That was the main reason I was waiting on to print out my zinc. It just because I wanted to see more people get theirs together first. Alright, there we go. And now we continue to wait for that part. Yeah, because it all just builds off of that one part, so not much I can do. And I'm pretty sure the .509 barrel is the one that Quinn was telling me to use. So I have that. He was nice enough. Well, yeah, so just so everyone knows, I got this, C-Yard Nerf was nice enough to source this hardware for me. So, absolute fantastic friend. For sourcing all this hardware, because I hate sourcing hardware. And again, I see what Adrian's been saying, how none of this hardware is really hard to get. It's just, I don't like sourcing hardware. I very much prefer hardware kits. So, now we kill time for what? Another... Which, that reminds me. CR Nerf, since you are still in the chat, did you want me to make the announcement? I gotta wait 20 seconds for his reply. Oh, I just saw your message. Well, let me know when you're ready, and I'll go ahead and make the announcement. Blah. Give you 10. So you'll be ready around the same time when my parts finish printing. It'll all be ready around the same time. Yeah, see, that was my issue with the rail cleaner. I have a complete rail cleaner printed out, ready to go, but like sourcing my own hardware for that's been a pain. Although I worked something out with Domachevsky. I really hope I'm saying that right. To where I'm going to order hardware from him in March and get that set up so I can actually build my rail cleaner that's been, again, it's been printed. It's ready to go. The only thing I don't have is the wheels from Fetwurst. I've got wheels coming from Fetwurst, but getting here from overseas, apparently it takes 8 weeks to actually get here. It's been about 8 weeks now, and I still haven't seen it yet. It's on the way though. It's not Fetwurst's fault, and I did not expect it anytime soon. See it. The other things I have on the list, I've got a Pretty Fly on the list, which is the dual stage solenoid pusher blaster by Rad Blasters that I gotta build, but I gotta get into solenoid pushers to figure out what's going on with that. And if I'm gonna do that, then I'm probably gonna build a Firefly, which I haven't printed yet. But I've got a Sobek that I'm waiting for hardware for, and what else do I have built? I've got one of Meeker's blasters that I got to source hardware for. Like I said, if I'm going to build something, I'm a lot faster at building things if I have the hardware. Having to source my own hardware slows me down so much, and I always drag my feet on sourcing my own hardware. Just something about it's just not fun. It's such a pain. Especially because you end up with more hardware than you need. So it's like, I'd rather pay more for the exact hardware I need that's already like the right size and everything, as opposed to sourcing my own hardware and then having enough hardware for like 2 blasters. So that's just me personally. So if you have a blaster that has hardware kit, I'll absolutely buy it. Buy the hardware kits, buy the files. I don't care. I'll support. Just don't make me source my own hardware. Don't make me do it. So I've got. It's very interesting. I might have to clean this piece out some more. It doesn't look too bad. If I were to just test this out. Okay, no, it's not bad. That seems backwards. It would help if I put it. Wait. Okay, so look at this right. Okay, I think oh, okay. Yeah, so it goes this way. Okay, and then that would go on top of that. Okay. It's very interesting. Like, very compact. Like, this thing is pretty thin. All things considering, it's pretty thin. Like, that's as, like, as thick as it goes. See you around, Nutella. Have a good evening, or whatever time it is, where you are. It's almost 8 here. Cordell, for the files, you have to talk to Adrian, because right now, I believe this is still in beta. Like, literally, he just... he updated the turnaround, which I was able to get printed. He updated the follower just now that I was able to print it, and he updated... what was the other thing he updated? There were, like, 3 things that I had to reprint because they got updated. So it is it is right now still in beta, but I believe it's coming out of beta pretty soon. As far as I know, it should be out of beta very soon. So if Adrian, if you're still in chat, is this supposed to be like really loose? This is just very loose. It's extremely loose. That's actually what I was just asking. So your Nerf is very loose. Yeah, the mag follower for the mag was a little too short, so the last dart jammed occasionally. So that's why I have a long run in now to allow it to actually get it as high up as it needs to be. Okay, so use hot glue. Alright, well, if I'm going to do that, let me get my hot glue gun out. And do that. By the time I get that done, I'll have to tape or glue. Yeah, I'll use hot glue. I don't mind hot glue. Hot glue's not too bad. Yeah, I know CR Nerf loves hot glue for making seals. I remember building the Breaking Wind. We'll let that heat up. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of hot glue around the barrel. Ah, dang it. You know, there was... Hey, see right there. I took the thing off. I totally forgot. There's an arrow on here that says breech end. Which end was it? And how do I tell the difference? Like, this one feels like it's more reamed out, so I'm assuming that's this one. Yes, and magnets. I'm assuming it's this end that's the breech end. I want to assume. This is the one that's more reamed out than this one. Yeah, he was nice enough to write this note. Actually, you know what? I'm an idiot. I've got another barrel here. I can just compare barrels. Doy. Yeah, my instinct was right. It's this end. I got it. Yep, I got it. Yeah, he was nice enough to even send me 2 barrels. I got a .495 barrel and the .509. I believe this is the tighter barrel, but it's a little bit more picky on darts, which is why I'm using the .509, which might get a little less performance, but it'll be more accepting of more types of darts, pretty much. At least I believe that's the idea behind it. ready yet. Yeah, like I said, by the time this is done, the part should be ready, and I can go grab it, and then put the brass inserts in it and everything. Yeah, so it's like I always forget something, and it's always a print. Most of the time, it's not too bad. Like I know with the links, I forgot a couple of different things, and I also had to reprint one of the pieces, but they were all small stuff. Like this one's not bad. The part I'm printing is only taking like hour and 15 minutes. And I started it a while ago, so it should be almost done. Okay, so add a little hot glue. That did not work. I'm gonna have to put it on the printed part itself. So put glue on the printed part, since yeah, obviously it's not going to stick to. I just have to clean the glue out of there. Which again, luckily since it's that aluminum barrel, it's not hard to get the glue out. It's just reaching it can be a little annoying. Hello, Troy. Welcome to the party. Almost got it. Right there. Be able to answer, but I have a kernel loss problem, and the mag spring is starting to rust away. Ooh, the kernel fly. That's one that I've always been meaning to get. However, I haven't actually picked up one of those yet. I just didn't. I think because it came out around. I want to say it came out around the same time as the Spring Thunder, and at that point I was all about the Spring Thunder, which I mean I'm still all about the Spring Thunder. So it's this little annoying piece of glue that just doesn't want to come out. So maybe, like I said, it's not bad. It's not annoying. I mean, it's not. It's not like a big deal. It's just like one of the things that's like, oh, it's kind of annoying. So maybe. There we go. Okay. So maybe tape the other way. So the kernel loss mag spring has started to rust away. It started to rust away. That's interesting. I don't know. That's an interesting one. It's starting to rust away. Cause like, yeah. So that should be. Let's fit it now. Yeah. Yeah. Like when I actually finally try to get one, it'll be nice to, if I can get one. Because I know they can be a bit of a pain to get. Hey Hound, how's it going? Yeah, just the Gecko for now. I have a Lynx I need to build as well, but I gotta make sure I have everything for that one yet, so I'm probably not gonna do that one tonight. It's a local commission that I do through Maryland Nerf Herders. So I got to build that for them, which hopefully I can get done this weekend. Oh, Adrian for the save. Right. Let me see. I have a text message. My wife has just texted me that my print is done. I will go get it. Be right back. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, it's like with the Firefly, it's a neat looking blaster. It's just not. It's a shell ejecting blaster for sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a shell ejecting shotgun. Despite looking like a shotgun, it's not a shotgun. and not that I have anything against shell ejecting blasters that aren't shotguns. I mean, I had the fly point pistol, and I've also got the lever action rifle as well. So I mean, I love the those. And I said I have nothing against the spring. I do want one. It's a slug shotgun. Fair enough, I guess. Now I can go back to the page that I need to be on. Like that one. Okay, so this one just gets 2 brass inserts. Here and here. Just gotta go back and just put these inserts in. Just using. I don't know, do groups even allow quarter darts? I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. It would just be... The only reason I see not to use quarter darts, or not to allow quarter darts, is just be a pain for people who try to put them in like their flywheel blasters. But I guess it's not really a real reason. What, the Gecko? Nah, this Gecko's been easy. So far. We'll see. I haven't made it through yet. But, totally lost my train of thought. No, the Gecko so far has been very easy. It did easy. I'm going to say the same thing over and over again. So far, it's been very easy. Just waiting for this to heat up so I can use it. Yeah. In case if you're wondering, this new setup, I'm now in a different room, so tomorrow's video, you'll see my new setup. I mean, yeah, but like, I feel like a U-channel build is... It's not hard, it's just time-consuming. That's all I feel like this one is. It's probably a little time-consuming, that's about it. You just hire Kate. I mean, you know what? That's just as good. Can't do it yourself, just hire somebody else to do it. That's the entire reason Frontline Foam has a business. Or Silver Fox Industry, for that matter. Just waiting for it to heat up. Heat up! So, waiting. Heat up faster. Everything nice and labeled. So, CR Nerf, you ready yet? Should check my phone, see if he actually messaged me. No, he hasn't messaged me yet. Oh, that's right. She did. She didn't she? I remember talking about that. The Esper, your Esper is something else. That is a That is a very cool build. It's the best looking Esper I've ever seen. Here we go. One. Two. There. Now we're done with this. All right. Back in business, everyone. I've yet to build a stringer I wasn't frustrated with. I love there's certain stringers that I love, but they've always been a pain for me to build. Okay, so since we are okay, let's see. So all of you that are in the stream right now, you get a bit of a heads up. CR Nerf just posted 3 fully assembled geckos made to order on his Etsy. So if you want to get yourself a gecko, that's probably going to be the fastest way to do it. So absolutely go check out CR Nerf and get yourself a gecko. Built for you. So that's the surprise that he was telling me about. So enjoy and go get yourself a gecko. Okay. And I've lost my brass. Oh yes, make sure you read the description. As with any Etsy listing, make sure you read the instructions. That's right, I forgot to put it on here. Or the description. That is very much a thing. Oh, I'm doing it wrong, that's why. There we go. Okay. So it goes like that. And then I need brass goes in from the back. Wait, hold on. Is this right? Make sure you can actually see. I had to wait for a little bit for you actually respond. Okay. See what I'm saying about that delay? Like sometimes I'll see what you. Okay, that delay is really killer sometimes, because it's like I see something I've done something wrong, and then I fixed it, but then I look at the chat and they're like. Yes, so CR Nerf will be offering hardware for the Gecko, which is fantastic. So when I do finally get my mod overview out on the Gecko, which I still have to talk to Adrian about, I will include that information as well. So yes, that'll be nice. Because like I said, again, it's not hard hardware. It's just annoying having to source it. But he is the go-to person for that, which will be nice. Yes, this blaster is compatible with angled Talon mags. I don't have any currently, which is why I'm using the 3D printed one, but yes, it is. Ah, fingers. So the only thing I don't like. I like Allen wrenches and I don't, because I don't strip out screws as bad with Allen wrenches, but boy, is it just, they're a lot harder to hold on to. It's like I almost want just a screwdriver handle on the end instead of this. Which I'm sure those are out there. There we go. Two. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to start seeing a lot more people using those angled Talon mags. They are neat. They are for sure very neat. There it is. Okay, just wanted to clean up this. One little outcropping of filament is getting in my way. There we go. Okay, let's make sure I have long enough ones. Da-da-da. Yep, that should be right. That I believe. Okay, good. Just making sure I was grabbing the right ones. It's actually not even that hard to eyeball which one I need. It's just a matter of measuring or putting it next to the other piece. And, you know, I said that and then I still grabbed the wrong screw. There. Goes in there. I need this one. Okay. Yeah, I really need to get a... At least for like the 3mm ones. This is probably way easier trying to do these one at a time. So don't be like me. Do one screw at a time. Don't do all four at the same time. It's problematic. Because now I got to go through all four of them and just be like, see if I can. Ah, there we go. It's got. This is like the worst way I could have done this. That's the thing. Like when I do these streams, like this is my first time building it. So like you get to see all the stuff that I get to go through for this. I mean that wouldn't surprise me if there's a printed one. Like there's pretty much a printed version of everything on Thingiverse. There we go. Go. Alright. We are making progress. An hour in and we're making progress. Honestly, like I still feel like I'll have this done in under 2 hours. At least based off the how it's been going so far. Like I said, it just doesn't seem like a hard build. Like you need lots of little tools. Like you gotta have a soldering iron, you know. I mean, not even that many tools. Just like if you buy the screws, it comes with an Allen key. There we go. All right, cool. Now I can go to the next page. Now I can go back to this thing. And slot that into there. Oh, okay. That's neat. Okay, so need this piece to go there. And I need the catch. Catch. Now he's got this nice little drawing here to tell me what angle to put it in. Okay. Which I believe is this way. So the slope is on this side, so that'll be facing forward. Ah, yeah, I just looked at my chat. He said the same thing. Now, hopefully I'm using, I think it's the screw. Yeah. Not screw. Spring. I might turn this one upside down for this part. Now, Quinn, if I'm correct in guessing that the short, thick screw is the one that goes with the catch. Oh, you just... Come back here, you spring. I think what I'm going to do is grab... Give me the screw in place is a little bit annoying. Get in there. Alright. Rounded corner facing the front. There we go. Okay. It's in place. Nice beefy spring. That should be fine. I like the nice beefy spring on it, so. Is this supposed to be the part where I test it? I hate this part. Finish something. If you prime the blaster. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So I prime the blaster now. Yeet. 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 Oh, that's a beefy spring. Beefy spring. Oh, jeez. Whoop. That's funny. I'm going to do it. Just hold the catch in place. Push the plunger through. Okay. Okay. I will do my best with this spring. I did this 12 kilogram spring. I'm not... Jeez. Ugh. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, man. Oh, so the brass has to be glued in too? Of course it does. Ugh. Well, I mean, I could use the other side, probably hold it in better. Yeah. The other side shouldn't fall out. No, no, it still does. Okay. Time for the glue gun. Okay. Yeah, this spring is no joke. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I have a method. Forgot about it. It's the old zip tie method. See, all I need. doesn't want to work. It's like there was a nice little tray. I think this is just too short. I need a longer one because, like, if you take a zip tie, you can actually like get it, tighten it, and then tighten the zip tie as you go. But this one's too. Okay. Now, Adrian, with the 12 kilogram spring, do you usually use the 12 kilogram spring and the spring spacer in yours, or do you have the 9 kilogram spring and the spacer? Get off me. Time to remove some more glue. Oh, so you haven't even used the 12 kilogram. That's what I'm curious of. Like, do I need the spring spacer? So, Quinn, do I need the 12 spring spacer with the 12 kilogram spring? Because that obviously is going to make this a lot harder. Sure it doesn't cause problems with this. Alright, yeah, there we go. I might... I'm going to use a slightly taller spring. Let's see if that makes it any easier. You don't. So what's the performance gain of the 12 kilogram versus the 9 kilogram? 12 kilogram with the spacer versus the 12 kilogram without the spacer? It's like, what's the benefit of doing it that way? There we go. Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't come out now. Unknown on the spacer. I was getting about 150 plus. I'm going to try it without the spacer. I can always put the spacer back on later if I want to. Just because I've already got this incredibly beefy spring. Oh, man. Okay. I am so terrified to let go with this now. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Like, I'm sure it's caught. Oh, man. Okay. It's just something about priming a spring and then having to trust it not to explode on you. Yeah, the 12 kilogram, that's a beefy one. That's why I'm like, honestly, I almost don't recommend the spring spacer if you use the 12 kilogram. Woo! Oh boy. I'm still slightly terrified that it's going to explode at any moment, even though I'm sure it's not. Okay, so now I need this. I'm going to need some lube. Get the lube, which is actually in this drawer right here. Aha! The go-to. Alright. Now that's all lubed up. Alright, that's on. Okay. Just do that. Yeah, it is primed. I won't forget. Like I said, I feel like I'm dealing with a ticking time bomb at this point. Like I said, I know it's not. It's just like super... Wait, where does that go? Oh! Oh! Okay, that goes in there. Okay. I was curious about that. I'll put that right here, clean up my space a little so you guys can see again. Alright. Oh my word. I don't like leaving this thing primed. Now, question. Could I deprime it now and be fine? Or do I need to leave it primed? Will it still be easier to leave it primed in this position? Because of course my pusher's upside down. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? It wouldn't be me if it wasn't upside down. Leave it primed? Okay. It's unfortunate. It just makes me nervous is all. Okay, so I can use that to hold it in place. Okay. Okay. I'm assuming this one I'll need shorter screws? Yeah, I shouldn't need very long screws for this one. Honestly. What size screw do you use for this, Adrian? A dart in the barrel. That is an excellent idea, actually. Let me... Oh, go over here, just in case. There. Now there's a dart in the barrel. I'm assuming I can use a pretty short one for this. 12 mil? Really? 12 millimeter? That seems long. That'd be this one. That just seems really long. I'm gonna go down to 10 mil. I think the 12 might be a little long. So far, the only issue I've really run into is dealing with the leaving it primed, just because it makes me... Oh, 8. Okay. As I say, 12 seems really long. Okay. Let me grab some 8 millimeter screws. This one. Okay. All good. All good. Again, just so everyone knows, this project is in beta, which is why Adrian's in on the stream with me. These instructions are not 100%, because again, this project is still in beta. So don't take this as, yes, this thing is completely finalized and done, what I'm building. Adrian was kind enough to let me join the beta team, which I really appreciate. That is interesting. It's a very compact system. I'll give it that. It's very compact. Yeah. Which is why every now and again I'll be like, hey, so what screw is this? Okay, so now I need the cover, which is down here. Make sure. Yep. So that slides over. Okay, I'm assuming that's going to go there. I'm going to assume. Okay. Now, as long as I don't touch. Oh, that's confusing. No, it's not. It's not really confusing. Alright, so I'm assuming, are these the tiny screws I'm supposed to be using? They look slightly different in the picture. I'm assuming these are the motor screws that Quinn sent me. I need that. Teeny tiny screws. $6mm on the side. Okay. I see that. I was looking at the top screw. I'm assuming the ones on top are these little teeny tiny screws. Which I need this for. Okay. So what you don't want to do is what I just did. I almost set it down like that. Because you don't want to push the catch mechanism by mistake. So what about these holes up top here? Are those the motor screws? I mean, obviously, in the sides, we got these ones. Okay, just making sure. This, like I said, honestly, it's not bad. Like, it would be a pain if you had to, like, open it. It feels like it would be a bit of a pain to open back up and change things out. But, so, like, obviously the teardown on this thing's not great. But, overall, it's not a hard build. And, like, these brass inserts make it a lot easier. That's nice. Nice. Alright. So now... for this part. Something like teeny tiny screws. I'm going to partially put this one in, then I should be able to wrap that around it. Just... Yep, that's what I thought. So I'm going to do the same for the other one. I'm going to partially put in the screw, and then I can kind of just loop the spring over it. Ah, curse you, teeny tiny screws. I got half an hour to get this finished to make it under my 2-hour deadline. Because honestly, from what I found, most blasters that I've built take about 2 hours. Oh my word. It's going to take me 2 hours just to put this teeny tiny screw in. It's so tiny, I can't pick it up. Okay, it's not magnetizing. There we go. Okay. Whew. So if I slide this forward, that'll also make it easier. And I can just loop that around you like you will obey me. Yes, one of my weaknesses. Tiny screws. He's like, I know you can do it. I did it on the other one. Where are my pliers? Here they are. Got it! Ha 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 ha! I am victorious. You will not defeat me today. Alright, those are all in. Okay, alright, now we've got some more things going on here. Right. Okay, so that goes. Ooh, this is where I gotta be careful about that catch mechanism. Don't forget to set the trigger in frame. Set the trigger? Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Now that you mention it. Oh! Okay. Oh! Okay, it's not... It's not in the instructions, that's why. At least not that I can see. Okay. So I'm assuming, if you look at the bottom here, it's going to be the same exact thing as what we had on top. We have two tiny motor screws in the spring. Okay. So that's not in the instructions. At least not that I can see. Unless I'm blind. Which is possible. Shell ejecting blasters isn't... Oh, sorry. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh, okay. So you don't want me to do this now? Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were... Okay, I thought that's what you were saying, that I should do that now. Okay. Put that there for now. So I am... So this just slides in. At least it's supposed to. Oh man. Oh, you just completely forget the trigger. Oh, jeez. I swear, like, I'm so terrified that the trigger is gonna bump the, Give it a little jiggle. Ah, got it. Okay. Yeah, it's just getting it past that first, section there. I know that the catch is down there, which is why I'm scared. So I wonder if... Seems to be a little stuck. Oh, okay, it was stuck on the trigger, that's why. Okay, make sure this trigger is not... Okay. Okay, I should be good now. Whew. Okay. Again, because it's primed, I'm terrified. Alright, now for back here, I need the catch. Which goes back here. Do I need to put the screws in on this thing yet? Okay, yeah, there. It's on the next page, that's why. Okay. So these are small screws, it looks like. So I'm going to guess... I'm going to guess either 8 or 6 millimeter for these screws. So which one did I grab? There, grab 6 millimeter. So I'm going to grab a 6 millimeter. Nope, not a 6 millimeter. This might be... very loose. Oh, this is supposed to be one screw or one? Yeah, it's supposed to be one on each side. Those are 12 meter. Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm thinking. The picture makes them look small. Okay. Gotcha. 12 millimeter screw. Okay. Get that out of there. Go. Oh, okay. It's a it's not a okay. It's a friction, I'm assuming. A friction fit or a friction mag pull system thing. And then this just goes on top the correct way. Mike, you can get one from CR Nerf on his Etsy if they haven't already sold yet. It is technically still in beta, so they are not technically available anywhere else right now. So currently the only place to get one is from CR Nerf at this time. Oh, dagnabbit. Left my hot glue gun plugged in. Ah. Anybody else forget to unplug their glue gun sometimes? That's annoying. One and two. Alright, so we're almost there. It is coming together. I just need to put the... Oh, okay, so it does need to go a little bit... Okay, so that needs to go. Okay. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. So these are also 12 millimeter screws, maybe? Are these also 12 millimeter, Adrian? They line up with the plunger system there. That's cool. Or are these smaller? It's possible they're smaller. These might be 6. Oh, nope. I was right the first time. Okay. We are making progress. Yeah, that 20-second delay is killer sometimes, isn't it, Adrian? On the other side. Yep. Yeah, thankfully, I haven't actually put something together yet that I wasn't supposed to, or broken anything in half. Thankfully. It's just always funny when it's like, I ask a question, and I start doing it, 20 seconds later, I'll get the answer. Oh, man. But to be fair, Adrian did offer to be on the on voice with me, but I figured it'd be easier, because I know last time I did voice, there was a little bit of an echo in the stream. So I'm trying to avoid it. So until I can get a better setup for having multiple people in the stream, I'm going to try to keep it with just my voice. Go. All right. That slides on there. Let me get the grip. Oh. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, and 12 millimeter again, I'm guessing? No, this might be longer. This might be 16 maybe? Yeah, this might be 16. Yep, I was right. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Like I said, the only thing that I haven't particularly cared for is just how nervous I get with it being primed. Like I said, I've had too many blasters explode on me. That's not bad at all. And honestly, the only parts that would be annoying to source is honestly the barrel material. Everything else I feel would be fairly simple to source for yourself. There we go. Yeah, stop slipping. Okay. Tiny motor screws for these as well. Because most everything is pretty common in the hobby. Like, even these motor screws are pretty common. These, I mean, I bought the screws off Amazon. Brass is pretty readily available in the hobby. Oh, and the plunger tube, yes. Good old AliExpress. I'm sure you'll get it in about a month. Now, the one thing I've realized, I printed this grip in white. That's going to be looking pretty rough after a couple games, now that I think about it. Hi, Mike. Enjoying the stream so far? All right. Okay, now we're to the trigger. We've got one put in so far. Now I'll take this spring. There we go. Yeah, I find it better to just put both screws in, then, or partially in, and then put the spring on them. You can kind of loop it around them. I'm having a pretty good day, honestly. It's not been bad. It's been a good weekend. Whew. And as far as the Gecko goes, you can get one from CR Nerf. I know he's selling three. He's selling 3 right now. I don't know if they're still available, but I did announce that on stream that he was selling them. It is technically still in beta right now, so I believe that's the only place you can get it currently. Alright, and then this is going to be... yeah, 16 as well. Hopefully you've been having a good weekend as well, Mike. guess I probably could have gone a little bit longer. Or I could have put the brass in a little bit more. I think that would have made that a little bit better. But it should hold, it's just rail. I've got 15 minutes, but I'm almost done. My goal is always to get these done in under 2 hours, or in 2 hours, depending on what I'm building. No more insane build streams where I'm building 6 different blasters. Yes, the trigger is a slide trigger. I know you... Was it... Did you like them, or is it... Or did you like the seesaw style? I forget which one it was. Man, why are you giving me problems right now? Is there support material in there? I gotta take this off and actually look. There might be support material in the way. Woo. Okay, so this is the last thing. Where does the last bit of rail go? Okay, yeah, I was right. There's a little bit of support material in my way. Just a little bit. There we go. Now, since I took it off, I'm going to go a little bit longer than 16 just because mine's not. I'll use 18. Okay, so you like the pivot ones. Okay. But yes, it's a slide trigger. I forget what I said before. Whether I said I like pivot or slide. I don't remember. I like working blasters. If you can make the blaster work and it's not incredibly uncomfortable, I'm going to take a guess, Jesse, that it's going to be the printed blaster support group. For this thing, you can either use the printed mags that Adrian has, or you can get the angled Talon mags. They also work. Okay. So, theoretically, this should work. I think it's done. Okay. Well. So the trigger at this point just pulls the slide back. So if you look, currently not getting it to fire. What did I do wrong? Because it's currently primed, currently loaded. Push the slide all the way forward. Oh. There. I currently can't pull the trigger back. So, alright, slide lock is engaged, but I can't pull the trigger. Question. How far forward should the trigger be? Because I think I figured it out. I think this might be too far forward. That's unfortunate. Am I right? Is this the problem? I'm not sure how well you can see that. Is this too far forward? No, it looks like the picture. Because I don't want to break the trigger. Oh. Well. I got the trigger back, but it hasn't... Well, how far back is this supposed to go? Oh. Fun. So is this not going to work at all? Is it? When did you update the trigger? And how do I fix this? Shorter in update. Ow. How do I fix this without killing myself? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's problematic. So Adrian, how do I fire this thing? Oh boy. On the plus side, it is technically built. I've just got the wrong trigger piece. Hold up to the camera. Oh yeah, I've got the trigger this far back now. Do I just need to go back a little bit farther? It's just very stiff. I don't think it goes back any farther. So, I mean, it's this far back, it's this far from the front. I seem to be in a predicament. Try to push it back forward. Let me try. It's a very... Oh, yep. Yep, I can get it back forward. Yeah, I got it back. See? Oh, jeez. This is a horrible idea, but I may have it figured out. Is it? Oh, it is now, yeah. Yeah, the slide's back now. Oh, yeah, so the trigger works when the slide's back. So, can I just... You said the slope was shorter or smaller? Do I need to... Can I just shave the the trigger down? So, I mean, because it was all the way forward. Because now, see, catch lock was engaged. It's all the way forward. I can't pull the trigger. I can force it, but it won't actually fire. Can drum up and off the wedge that way. Okay. So a little bit. So I need to make the slope a little bit steeper, or just the top part here needs to be shorter. I gotta wait for it to respond. I've got a Dremel somewhere. It's right here. I gotta go get my Dremel bits. Aha! Actually, I might use this. Just try. No, I don't think it's the. You think the catch is too strong? I didn't use the super strong one. Like, that shouldn't be the issue. Top flat needs to be shorter by 1 millimeter. Okay. So the top flat needs to be shorter. Alright. I will get my dremeling tools. Or my... I gotta find where I put my bits. Oh, nope, nope. They're right in here. Never mind. Aha! This is one of the ones that works. Well, I'm not cutting, I'm sanding. I said, I don't think it's the, it's too long, you won't be able to go high enough. I'm trying to think. But it should have, because I got it to catch in the first place. When I pushed it down with my finger, if it was too long, it wouldn't have been able to go down far enough. So it's already caught, so we already know that it can go down enough to catch. There they are. I'll give Adrian, CR Nerf a second. waiting on him. Alright, well, what's the worst that could happen? Alright, I'm going to turn the volume off again so you guys don't get deaf. Helps to turn the volume back on. So I got it, but my trigger is currently stuck in the rear position. So a new problem. Is this... there we go. Oh, okay, no. That just means I need to shave it down more because it's still getting caught. Okay. But I got it far enough back to at least fire. So I think the problem was it was too tall, so it was bending down to get past it. So I'm going to try to shave it down a little bit more. Worst comes to worst, I'll just have to print a new one. Yeah. I mean, it happens. Let me grab another dart. So I'm still having... So it's still... That might just be from the bottom. I wonder if I could shave off a little more. So right now... the only issue I'm having right now is the trigger sticks. I'm pushing it back with my finger in case you can't tell. So if I pull it back, it just stays back. So that's currently the only issue I'm having. Let me see real quick. I gotta re-glue that too. Fantastic. Alright, so that's gonna do. Yep. Oh, that is a terrible looking bill. Oops. That'd be one of my alarms. I believe there's something loaded. Yes, there is. Okay. It's possible. It's very possible. Ooh, that wasn't pretty. my slide lock's not engaging. Interesting. Nope, nope, there we go. That's weird. So what's supposed to stop my... So what could be the issue is causing my slide lock to malfunction now? Might be something wrong with my slide lock. Yeah, there's like no... Is this supposed to be something pushing against the slide lock? Oh, okay. But shouldn't it also... Because like, if I don't hold the white handle, push down. Oh yeah, that will push down the top of my... I mean, yeah, when I push down, it works. But it goes down, it doesn't stay up like it's supposed to. So I think... Yeah, so it's like there's too much spacing here. It's where this is jiggles right here, so it's actually not enough pressure pushing it up. Because if I don't hold that, it just goes down. Like I can pull it from back here. Nope. Yeah, see? And that's like with it all the way forward, because either is this just not all the way forward, or... Okay, yeah, it's not loaded. I think I'm gonna, since I got, oh no, that's not bad. The front part's not all the way glued together, so it's like, it's probably causing problems too with the loading. Only when printing vertical slide. Vertical slide. So what's a good fix for this issue? Heated up the bottom edge. Formed it a little bit. You might have to hit me up after this to give me a better idea of what you're talking about. Yeah, so basically a couple things I'll probably have to do. Okay, now that I'm used to the problem, it's not bad. Honestly, if I shave the sides, I have a feeling it'll go a little better. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Was I muted this whole time? Okay, just want to make sure, because it looked like I had clicked the mute button and it had unmuted. So I was like, wait a minute, was I muted this whole time? So I need to print, wait. Oh, is the problem with this? With the slide cover? Because like, it looks like it just needs a little bit of extra piece on the end to make it, give it a little pressure on it, because like it looks like just like nothing is actually applying pressure on it. So I mean, I gotta take this thing apart anyway for changing out this trigger, because I'd prefer the updated one, because that might solve my issues. This could be fixed with some slide block. Okay. Woo! That did not go in straight. I might be having issues with my mag, but again, I think it's I haven't finished gluing the top part yet. I'm feeding issues. Using worker Gen 3s. Why are you doing that? There we go. There we go. Okay. So it's not bad. I will say, I still, this hasn't really changed my mind about printed mags at all. I still prefer the injection molded one, so I got to get myself some angled mags before I do that, and I got to update this trigger with the new one. So, again, I think sanding it made it a little rough, and so it's catching on certain things. But I like it. I do really like it. The prime was a little stiff at first. Just I wasn't expecting it to be a tough prime, but it's not like difficult. It's not. I'd have to compare it to the Dartzone Pro and actually see how it compares to the Mark II as far as prime goes. I have mine somewhere. I just don't know where. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I did not chamber a dart. That was a dry fire. Oh, it's because this popped out. I might need to get the stiffer prime. This one's getting pushed out by the dart loader. Overall, that's nice. That's very nice. Try to get us in frame better. Here, I can turn off some of these other ones. Oop, no, not that one. Not that one. That one. There we go. Okay. So the only issues currently I'm having issues with the mag getting pushed out by the slide mechanism when it's trying to push a new dart in. It's just pushing the mag out. I need to update the trigger. Just with the current one, I have an outdated one, and the slide lock. Like, honestly, like overall, not bad for something that's still in beta. Yeah, like this. It's funny because this is all unintentional. This is the blue. I love how the blue turned out, but like it's an accidental elite color scheme with a very pretty blue. It's Persiament Pet G Ultramarine Blue. Yeah, using this in a war like this is I feel like this is more comfortable than back here. Me personally is more help. Although funny enough, I kind of get why Wacom wants a shotgun grip more like that. I kind of get that because that would be pretty comfy. But I also like, I don't know, I'd have to like test both. But overall, I like this blaster, and it will definitely see the field. So if anybody has any questions about it, now's your last chance to ask them. Alright, so CR Nerf says the Mark II is slightly lighter than the Gecko, but Gecko has mags, which is nice. And you can get injection molded mags, which is also nice. You know what? Yeah, let me go grab my chronograph. I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay. Got my small chronograph. We'll see if I can get it to work for me. Let's see. Hardware is pretty standard. It actually wouldn't be that hard to find this hardware. There we go. My battery might be dead. It's hard to say what the numbers are. I'll have to get a new battery in my chronograph, but it's, let's see here. If I had to guesstimate. Stay for it. I mean, it just blew the head off a worker dart. There we go. Let me read the chat. I mean, what's faster, using their speed loaders or just changing out mags? I would argue that changing out the mag would be faster than using their speed loader. Although being able to top off is nice. I'll agree to that. Being able to top off is nice. One of the nice things about this, I mean, again, with the Mark II, obviously it's injection molded and everything. With this one, it's slightly bigger, but for one, being able to print your own allows you to print it in whatever color scheme you want, as opposed to just red. How much filament did it take to print? Not that much. I printed most everything. Got printed with 4 parameters with 25% infill. So I mean, it's not a big blaster, so it doesn't take up a lot of filament, unlike the Sobek. So I don't know exactly how much off the top of my head, but I mean less than a roll. The hardware I know is going to be... I know Nerf will be having hardware kits available. By the way, Ben, I'm not sure if you were here earlier, but I know Nerf is selling pre-built Geckos on his Etsy right now. So, I mean, I pretty much got it done in under 2 hours. So that's not bad. Take that as a win. Oh, later this week. Wow. Now, for those of you wondering, I don't think that you're going to be able to find one cheaper than the Mark II. The Mark II, I think, is going to end up being cheaper than this. Yeah. Well, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, that's just going to be the way it is. A lot of blasters. It's some people have a hard time with pistols being as much as a primary. But honestly, that's kind of how most pistol builds go, even in the community. Woohoo! Way to go see our Nerf. You already sold one already. It's awesome. I do think it's worth the price, and I do think that's also a fair price. I don't think that's a unreasonable price considering anything. I mean, if it's, let's see. Yeah, I mean, building one, and again, as you saw, it wasn't that bad to build. The only thing that made me tense about building this was just the whole having it primed, just because that makes me nervous. Between the breaking wind and the grass snake, I think between those two, it's all going to depend on what your primary is. Because if your primary uses Talon mags, go with the breaking wind. If your the breaking wind could either be a good sidearm to either a shell-fed blaster or a Talon-fed blaster. The grass snake doesn't work as a secondary to a blaster that uses a Talon mag, because you might as well just take the mag out of your grass snake and throw it into your primary. So if you're using a blaster that doesn't use Talon mags, the grass snake is a great sidearm. Like, I love the grass snake, but it doesn't work if you're using a blaster that already uses Talon mags. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. Like, honestly, it's not a hard build. It's really not. It's a little time consuming. There's a lot of screws. The tear down, I don't think is going to be that easy to do. Like, swapping springs is not something you're going to be able to do at an event. This is pretty much one that you build and you take apart when you get home if necessary. But I think that's okay. Like, I don't think that's not everything needs to be tear down on the field immediately, change spring, change ammo types. Yeah, it really wasn't bad. And like I said, when I finally get around to doing my actual review, hopefully I'll actually have some Talon mags, some of the angled ones to use with this. And I still might switch out the mag holder in here for what the stiffer one, just because, like I said, a couple of times the pusher itself, if the dart didn't load properly, it would just push the mag out. So I'm gonna go with the stiffer mag detent. So if anybody has any more questions, I'm gonna leave it open for like a couple more minutes. I think tonight went pretty well. Again, if you're going to use Talons, I'd go with the Breaking Wind. If you're going to use full lengths, you could use the Grass Snake as a sidearm. Either way, the Breaking Wind's fantastic. Carry a pocket full of shells with it. The 3-shot Rifle Blast is honestly phenomenal for how small it is. Excuse me. I did print a Sobek. I'm currently waiting on the hardware for it, but yes, I have a fully printed Sobek waiting for hardware for me to assemble, which hopefully I'll also be assembling on stream. We'll see. I mean, 42 millimeter spacing is always 42 is usually what is. Back when I was making flywheel builds, 42 millimeter cages was pretty much all I used. It also depends on what you're using it for. Are you going for PvP battles or HVZ? You know. So. Alright, well, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and plug for myself. You guys look in the description. You can check out Teespring. Patreon's also there. I've done a couple of Patreon exclusive streams, which I believe I'm hoping to do the Zinc as a Patreon exclusive stream. So just so you guys are aware that those things do exist. Been trying to plug them a little bit more lately. So, okay, guys, thank you all for joining me. This is actually a pretty nice build stream. Not too many problems. So, thank you all for watching, and I will have another video out tomorrow. Till then.